Vad gör vi här? What are we doing here?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Shall we take this off, Sally?
Det är nog en bra idé.
Yeah, because you need it off for to put something on her. I don't know. What shall we do this
What
again?
shall we do? Normally, I do all of this in Swedish. It's going to be a weird mixture of Swedish and English because it's kind of easier to speak English to the vlog. But I do speak Swedish to the girls. But Elin's going to have surgery. Elin's going to hospital in a few days. Did you know?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Vad ska vi göra med Elin?
We're doing something with Sally.
We're doing something with Sally, but what is going to happen to Elin? Why is Elin going into hospital? Varför ska Elin in till sjukhuset?
I don't know.
Du vet inte?
No.
Känner du igen den?
This for Sally?
Men vad är det för någonting?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Det här, Alice, håll upp den till kameran. Hold it up for the camera. Det är en Mickey button.
This is a Mickey button.
Why do we have a Mickey button?
Because we put it in Sally.
We're gonna put a Mickey button in Sally's tummy. We're gonna turn Sally into a tubey toy. She's gonna have a feeding tube just like your sister. And is Elin gonna get a Mickey button?
I think so.
She is. So we're gonna take this tube. And Elin's gonna go into hospital and the doctor's gonna take this tube out of her tummy and put one of those in instead. Det är du, Elin, du ska få en ny matknapp. Du ska få en matknapp istället för en tub. Så du ska in till sjukhuset. Om några dagar ska du och jag åka in till sjukhuset. We're going to the hospital in a few days. Och så ska doktorn byta ut den tuben mot en Mickey button. We are gonna show Alice what is about to happen to Elin by putting a Mickey button into her doll Sally and turn Sally into a tubey toy.
Mommy, I'll put this in. We need scissors.
I've got scissors.
Where's the scissors?
Okay, maybe we take the nappy off Sally as well so we can see what we're doing. Okay, I have a spare Mickey button.
And Sally did a poo in her nappy. I think we need to change her nappy.
Do we? Okay, so I have a spare expired Mickey button. I have a pair of scissors, little clippy things.
Actually, do the scissors.
I have a knitting needle to help make a better hole. I've got needle and thread. I have nail polish to close the hole with. And I've got a spare tubey pad. So, first of all, we're going to decide where Sally's Mickey button is going. It's going to go up here somewhere, Alice. Either there or there. Okay, let me cut a hole, because it's only a tiny, tiny hole we need.
I will do this.
Yeah, exactly. So in that hole, use that from the right from above. Okay, stop. Not on the side. Straight in. Hopefully, I have made this hole big enough for the Mickey button to go in. We're gonna try it.
I'm going to screw it.
I don't know if the hole's big enough.
Isn't.
It isn't. Can I try? You're right, it isn't. I don't want to make the hole too big because then I have to sew it shut a lot. So we want to make a big enough hole for the Mickey button.
Yeah.
There we are. And we also want to make sure that we can get it all the way in, which is why we're using this.
Mummy.
They're not going to use a knitting needle in your sister, I can promise you that.
Can I knit this somewhere on Sally?
You're going to sew?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to let me sew it.
But I'll show you I can do this. Show you how I can do it. In a minute.
In a minute. I seem to be getting Sally's stuffing out here. I'm just trying to make sure that I've got a big enough hole for the Mickey button to go in. And I'm going to use a little bit of nail polish to make sure it doesn't fray. They're not going to use nail polish on Elin either. It's just for Sally. When we make a chubby toy, we use it.
Sally, I'm going to sew your tummy on your tummy one of these bits. Okay?
I want to show the lovely people in the vlog how to make a chubby toy.
Yeah, but can I do this right here in a minute?
No, Alice love, it's not needed.
But that's what I just want to do. I want to sew that. I want to sew Sally's tummy in a minute.
Why does Sally's tummy need sewing?
But that's why it's broken.
Pretend it's broken, but we're pretending we're putting a Mickey button into Sally. Well, no, we're not pretending, we are putting a Mickey button into Sally. Alright, so I've got my needle and thread here. And I'm going to use that to attach the Mickey button so it doesn't come out.
Can I sew it a little bit? I can sew a little bit, can't I?
Yes, you can. Can I
sew a button with some holes?
Can you, Alice, can you come here?
Yeah.
There. Good girl. Can I do the next bit?
But I can do it by myself. I'll show you.
No.
I'll show you. I can do the next bit by myself. I'll show you. Just wipe it.
Oh, it's gone straight in.
The big little one.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to sew through the button so the button stays in place. At least that's my intention, but this is not easy. Yeah.
It's going to go in the Mickey button.
I'm going to hold the button in place.
There we go, that's done. So we need to cut it now.
In a second. Elin kommer inte behöva några stygn. Elin won't need any stitches. Nu kan du klippa gumman. Klipp nära. Perfect. There, so now we have a button in place. And we have a chubby pad for Sally.
You can see she needs that.
There we are, and now we can dress Sally again.
Yeah, but she did a poopy in her nappy because you need to change it in a minute.
I need to change it in a minute.
No, I will.
You will. Okay, shall I leave you to...
I'll have to sew it here by myself in a minute.
Yeah, use the beige. That's how you make a chubby toy. And now Sally is looking like Elin's gonna be looking.
Guess what I'm doing, guys? Look at my tension. You need to snip it a little bit.
Do you have other stitches you need to remove? So that's what they're gonna do to Elin, Alice. They're gonna put one of these in Elin's tummy instead of the peg. Are you with me? Are you listening? I feel like neither of them is listening to me.
I need to do a little hole with the little snippers.
No, Alice, you're not gonna be allowed to cut. You're not allowed to cut. You have to pretend cut. So what other surgery is Sally needing now, Alice? What other surgery is Sally having? Vad behöver Sally operera mera?
We need to do a little big hole off with these tiny bits. And then tiny bit of bigger hole. We'll go right here. There's a nice space there.
Alice is really fascinated by medical stuff and the body and everything that happens, and I think that comes with the territory of having a sister who regularly is in hospital and who needs extra things that other children don't need.
Then I make it a little bit bigger.
She's really interested. So Alice, tomorrow, imorgon, kommer pappa hämta dig. Daddy will pick you up tomorrow. And Elin's gonna stay with mummy. Elin ska stanna hos mig.
Yeah, but I like to stay with my mommy too.
Men Alice, för att Elin ska in på sjukhus så måste Elin isolera sig i flera dagar så att hon inte råkar bli sjuk och ta med sig den sjukdomen till sjukhuset. Elin has to isolate, baby.
Okay.
So Elin and mummy are gonna isolate before Elin goes into hospital. That's why you're going with daddy. So you're gonna have a nice half-term holiday with daddy, just the two of you. The whole week. You're gonna do lots of fun things together.
Yeah, but I'm really going to miss you.
Oh, we're gonna miss you too. Vi kommer sakna dig jättemycket, min vän. I don't think she's been away from me for a week yet. Ever. It's becoming a week. It doesn't need to be a week. It could be less, but it's becoming a week because it's my weekend to have the girls. But there's no point in me sending Elin back to dad's for just 2 nights and then coming back to me here. So we talked about it, and it makes a lot more sense that Elin stays with me the whole week and Alice stays with her dad the whole week. And then midweek Elin and I do our COVID swabs and we go into isolation and that's it. And Alice and Dad is just going to have a really nice half term together. But it's good practice because when she goes in for her other surgery for the hip later in the year, it's going to be more than a week. Way more than a week. Elin, ska du in till sjukhus?
Yes, she is.
Och så kommer doktorn och sätter den här masken över ansiktet på dig som gör att du somnar. Du vet den masken. Och så somnar du. Och när du vaknar så har du ingen pegg längre utan du har en Mickey button. Yay! Kommer du ihåg den? Kommer du ihåg den masken som gör dig somnig? I don't think Elin remembers the mask that make her sleepy. It's been 2.5 years since last time. But I'm gonna keep telling her.
I need to see what I'm doing. Silly bug.
Silly bug. I'm gonna keep telling her again and again and again. We're gonna keep talking about this and keep talking about that we're going into hospital and when it's happening. And hopefully she understands it. I don't actually know if she does. But it's the right thing to do to tell her. And the same with Alice, it's the right thing to do to tell Alice what's happening. And I'm hoping that by turning Sally into a Tubby doll, I have helped her understand a little bit about what's going to happen to her sister. Alice?
Yeah?
What are we going to do with Elin? Why is Elin going into hospital?
Because we gonna... And then we gonna put that snippy thing into her throat. And then into her tummy, and then snip it, and then they gonna get it out her throat. Go out her throat, and then they make a hold it, and then we put one of these into her tummy.
That's right. Have you talked to Daddy about this?
Yeah.
Because I didn't tell you about the throat thing. That was really well explained. Good girl. You really do know what we're going to do to Elin. Well done. What a clever sister you have. So there you have it. We're going to put a snippy thing through her throat, into her tummy, cut the tube, pull it back up, and just pop one of those Mickey buttons in. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Elin's going to be in hospital with Mummy when that happens.
Yeah, but I really will miss you.
Oh, we really will miss you too, baby. There you have it. Peg to Mickey surgery, described by a 4-year-old who is busy operating on her doll.
Because what happened Nappy. Oh, good girl. You was brave for that, wasn't you? I want some dinner. Sally wants some dinner.
Oh, does she?
Sally, which food shall we blend for Sally?
Alice, can you say thank you for watching?
Thank you for watching. Bye, I'll see you soon.